How's your champagne, darling?
Gorgeous.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Do you know what's better than champagne?
What?
Nothing. Hello, my friends. I'm Professor Hans von Puppet. Welcome back to Hans on Sex, Professor Puppet After Dark. I'm here again with the lovely Sasha Snow. How are you, darling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me again.
It's so nice to see you again.
So good to see you.
I'm so glad you're able to make time in your busy schedule
Oh, wow.
as a Hollywood starlet to come and see me here in my
Always
humble
make time
office.
for you.
Oh, darling. Oh, you're very sweet. I'd like to ask you a question
Please do.
that I'm sure is on the minds of most of my fans.
Yes.
How does one get you into bed?
Oh.
Now, this is a question. I'm not trying to seduce you myself. darling. I just
you
want
sure
to know.
now?
Well,
Are you sure?
if it happens as a byproduct of my interrogation, that's, I'm only human. But sis, I'm just curious. You're a very intelligent lady and very gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
And I imagine you're a discerning young lady. You don't just fall into bed
Oh.
with any old knucklehead who,
no.
buys you a drink, yeah?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
What
does it take, though?
Well,
I mean, because there are ladies who say, oh, never till marriage.
Oh, that is just silly. You can go not have sex when you're 70. That's okay.
That's true. You're in the prime of life, darling.
Exactly.
So what does it take? What does it take to win you over?
I mean, I think intelligence is definitely very key.
I see.
And humor is such a turn on.
Oh, really?
If guys aren't funny, it's hard to be intellectually stimulated.
That is so true. Because I think it takes brains to get a joke,
Oh, definitely.
And that is a connection. If you tell a joke and someone laughs, that is a connection. You have reached them,
Yeah.
You've touched them. And maybe you want to touch them in another way,
Yes.
Oh, darling. So what does it take? I mean, now let's talk a little bit about casual sex, shall we?
Okay.
Because we have different generations, you and I.
Right.
A lot of ladies from my generation who are very conservative. Like when I was in college,
Mm-hmm.
the smart girls, and they were lovely smart girls at college, they did not give it up for anything,
Ugh.
They were not up for fun like that.
Chastity belts.
They were very chaste young ladies. Is it still like that, or are the morals a little looser these
No,
days?
I think the morals are a lot looser.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more women's empowerment right now.
I see. So it's empowering to have sex, not exploitive.
I think so, a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
Uh-huh.
You can definitely still be exploited.
Oh, I hope so.
But I mean, it's just much more of a connection, and
Is love necessary for sex? And can you just have sex for fun?
I think you can just have sex for fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it takes a lot to fall in love with someone,
that's true.
and I don't know if I could marry someone without being in bed with them first.
Well, I don't think you could. I think it would be ridiculous. It would be ill-advised.
Yes.
Because, that's how you really find out a lot about someone is by making love with them. It's in bed,
It's a real connection.
And just the same way you should live together for a while, I believe, to see if you can tolerate each other every day.
I agree, yeah.
Should take a trip together.
Yes.
You should certainly make love in all the ways that you want to make love. I wouldn't hold back on that at all.
No, of course not.
But that said, I don't think you should fall into bed with just anybody either.
No, it would be a lot more STDs if we all
that's
did.
True. Yeah. Sex is really fun, though,
Sex is a lot of fun.
And casual sex is also lovely. But in my opinion, I was thinking about this today. I think you cannot have casual sex with someone more than 1 or 2 times before one of 2 things happens. Either you decide you don't like them, and then you should stop, because really you're going to just hate yourself for
it
that.
happens, yeah.
Or you decide you really like them, and
Then
maybe
you're
they
in
don't
even
really like
more
you.
trouble.
Yeah, because after a couple of times in bed together, you imprint on one another,
Oh, yeah.
and women especially will begin to get attached
Yes.
via the act of sex,
Yes, definitely.
and they might convince themselves they're in love because they've had physical connection.
Which is quite common
Yes,
issue.
which might cause them to make some bad decisions. Yeah?
Yes. To stay in bad relationships.
That's true.
Just because his penis is good.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Not every relationship is worth hanging on to. That's what I'm trying to say.
I completely
But seriously,
agree.
don't string it out for like a long time. 1 or 2 times, that should be enough to figure out whether you are in it or out, yeah?
Okay.
Don't you think?
I mean, I think you really should probably, if you are wanting to have casual sex, you probably want to have a conversation with that person first.
About how it's casual?
About how it's casual. And I think it is harder for women.
Yeah.
But if you are able to keep yourself emotionally separate, especially from someone who just came out of a breakup, if you're like, but the sex is great, so let's continue.
I see.
You should have that conversation and...
But the thing is, just because you say, hey, listen, we're just going to keep this casual, okay? I like you like me, but I'm not ready for anything serious, let's keep it casual.
Yeah.
You have that conversation. That is not a legally binding contract, you know.
Oh, no.
You are bound to get in deeper than you expected without even knowing it.
Definitely.
You will look up one day and realize you have a girlfriend, my friend. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think that's wonderful. I love having a girlfriend. You know?
Yes.
But just by saying one time before you get started, let's keep it casual, you know, that is not, like I said, legally binding.
You're right.
That is a moving target.
You got to keep a check on your emotions.
That's true. But that also brings me to my number one piece of relationship advice.
Okay.
The most important thing is communication.
Communication.
You cannot
is key.
just bottle it up. If something's on your mind, you got to share it. You got to tell it.
Yeah.
You got to pick your moment. You don't just splurt it out all the time.
Oh, definitely don't do that.
Yes. But you want to keep your partner apprised of how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
Otherwise...
And don't just expect them to pick up on your cues. Because they might not.
No, of course not.
They might see you acting all aloof and being a little bit like standoffish, but say, well, she said she liked me, so I guess she likes me. You know, no, you got to ask. If you're worried, just ask. Ask the question. You might be shocked and surprised to find out.
But it's better to find out sooner than later. That's
true. If you ask the question, honey, what's bothering you? You know, you might find out, and maybe a relationship ends today instead of in 2 weeks. You know?
Right.
But that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know.
That is the way most cookies crumble.
And if you're going to have cookies, don't have them in bed. That's my other number one rule.
Lots of crumbs.
No cookies in bed because nobody wants that. Well, this has been quite informative.
Yes. Thank you for such a stimulating conversation.
Well, I'm nothing if not stimulating, darling.
Oh, of course.
Tune in again next Monday for another lovely episode with the beautiful Sasha Snow from Hyperdrive. What is it, Pics?
Hyperdrive Pictures. We put out videos every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. And some of them have this sexy creature in them. I'm going to subscribe right now.
Thank you. Brought to you by AdamandEve.com. Visit now and enter the word Hans at the checkout.
That's me.
Get 50% off almost any item.
Almost any item.
Plus free shipping.
Free shipping.
Plus a mystery gift.
A mystery gift.
Plus 3 free DVDs.
That sounds like too much.
Order now.
Oh, I will.